Shalom, 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 shalom to Akim Akab out there. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. And secondly, to his only begotten Son, which is Yahawashi. Thirdly, to the Kakadash, which gives us all knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and truth. And I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles and the servants and the laborers that's doing the work of the Most High scattered about the four corners of the earth. I want to give salutations out to the confusion, the face, and Akim and Akraf that's on this earth and diligently seeking the truth sincerely. To the Lord Yahawah, Shem Yahawashi. Shalom, 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 shalom. Now, I had this dream. It was about like a night ago. I finally got time to speak on it and, do the sit down about it. But let me hit this light. But it was very, very edifying because how I don't know really where to start at, but it was like basically I'm gonna call this. The title of it is the hour of temptation, which are we going through right now with this Maxine and everything that's going through with the Beast Man, or the Red Man, or the Method Man. That's what I usually call him because he got these methods, and he's red, and we all know that, And at the end of the day, I want to start off with this. Well, this dream, and particularly where I was basically in this apartment complex that I used to stay in with my wife, which we don't stay there anymore. But at the time, I don't know how to put it, but it was like everything was updated. Like the technology wasn't this. The apartment was very extravagant. Like it was nice. It was luxury more than what it was now. It was better technology, elevators, all this. Everything was better, And through to that, I could compare that to them trying to make this new world order, this mark of the beast, So that's what that was. I can tell by that. And then at the end of the day, it started off, I was with one of my friends named Tommy and Bobby and stuff. And they were doing sorcery, all these drugs and stuff. And I was just sitting around, and out of nowhere, I didn't have my shoes on, and I didn't like really people looking at my feet. I'm not a person of people looking at my feet. I don't really show my feet. So at the time I'm chilling and stuff, I'm up at the house, at the apartment and everything. We on the top floor. It's weird. It was either the top floor, and I guess I forgot my shoes there, But anyway, I'm chilling with them, with the brothers and stuff. But they were very wicked, So at the time, I'm not seeing why I'm there with them. I'm not understanding it, But they keep telling me oh, brother Pepe, come, because they call me Pepe at the time. That's my name when I was at carnal world things, in the world. They'll call me Pepe. So at the end of the day, I'm like, nah, I don't do that. I changed, I don't do none of that. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything of that. The only thing I do is sip wine, and I'm into my Bible. I don't know about y'all, but I'm into the truth, And my father is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash, So at the end of the day, I was telling them, nah, I'm cool. And it was just a whole lot of temptation to them trying to make me do stuff. And I'm like, I don't do that anymore. So at the end of the day, I walk out and I go downstairs, and I see one of my ex-girlfriends from when I was 16, and I don't know how she popped up, but she popped up and she was just there. And I was like, what the heck? What you doing here? In my head. But at the end of the day, it was she was with her man that she was with, that I knew him. I was cool with him. I met him before, and we still cool friends and everything. But it was just weird how she ended up in Vegas, ended up in the apartments that I used to stay in. And at the end of the day, she was all hugging on me, trying to have sex with me and stuff. And I'm hugging her and stuff, but it's not I was just looking at her why are you doing these things? Your man is right here, And at the end of the day, he did not do anything. It was just he let his woman do what she wanted to do, and he just sat there quiet, didn't say anything, and I'm wondering why is he not saying anything, and I'm just nah, so I pushed her away, nah, man, just go back to your man, I'm not about to do this thing, I'm not, and that was adultery, and you feel me, and I'm understanding, dang, why is it all these temptations coming? So I'm just okay, I let her go, and it ended up that she was staying in the same complex or building that I stayed in, but in a different section, a different building, but in the same apartment where the apartments was at, the complex, the whole thing. So then she went into her house, And I'm like, man, I need to put my shoes on. Like, how can, and I'm like, I need some shoes. I need to get back to my shoes, And at the time, I had some little Nike SBs or whatever it was. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, I need to get my shoes. So I end up trying to get back to where I was at the top of the building, at the top floor. And I'm trying to get back to the top floor, but I cannot get back to the top floor. I end up going to the room that's right before the top floor, I don't know how to say it, but it's like right before the top floor, And I'm in there, and out of nowhere, like these dudes that I remember when I was like 16, Day of the World, the wicked Jakes and stuff. They was like, oh, what's up, Pepe? His name was like Peter Pierre, one of them, you feel me? They was twins though. And they used to come over to my house, my mom's house and stuff, and they used to smoke and do all the sorcery and all the alchemy stuff with my mom at the time, At the time I didn't know that it was that. But anyway, let me stop rambling off. Anyway, they was trying to tell me like, oh, Pepe, smoke, do this with me, And I'm like, nah, I don't smoke no more. I don't smoke, They like, well, how come? And then like after that, it was just both of them that walked into the apartment. I'm just sitting down on this couch. And then after that, it was like more of their friends that came in, and they was like all wicked of a cult, like gang, like part of a gang and all this, like Bloods and Crips, all that stuff, And I'm wondering like, how is all these dudes just popping up? First it was 10, then it was 15, then it was 20. Then I'm sitting there, I'm like, and they're like, oh, Pepe, I'm like, oh no, I don't smoke. I ain't trying to do that, So at the end of the day, I'm like, you feel me? They trying to tempt me and stuff. So I guess I don't know how, but I end up like trying to roll the blunt and the weed, and something would not let me roll it for them. It was just like I couldn't do it. It kept falling apart, or the weed falling out. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do this. Like, y'all got to do this. Like, y'all got to do it. I can't do this. So I set it down, and they were just like, where is that? And it was just like disappeared. Then I found it, and it just popped up out of nowhere, and I put it on the table. Like, I got to go to work, because at the time my job popped up, which I currently work at Sonic out here in Vegas. And my job, I was like, oh, I got to go to work. I got to go to work. At the same time, I don't have no shoes on. But I'm not noticing that they're not even noticing that I don't have no shoes on, But let me continue. Anyway, so I'm walking. I get up. I'm like, I got to go to work. But one of his friends like, oh, man, we need to recruit. We need to get some people in our gang, this, and that, And I'm like, man, this Jake right here is so wicked, And I'm just looking at him like, what do you mean? Like, I don't gangbang. I don't do none of this. I'm like, hey, Peter, man, tell him I don't do this, And he knew me since I was little. So he was like, man, just leave him alone. So I'm like, okay. Like, he telling me to leave me alone. But he's still kind of trying to push forward on like, oh, we need someone like you. We need somebody like you in our crew. We need somebody like you. And I'm like, nah, bro, I don't do this. I don't game, man. I don't do none of that. What y'all got going on with y'all? I got to go to work. And then I try to make up an excuse like, hey, my clothes is in the dryer, because you know how you're in the complex and your apartment's and you got a dryer in the washing machine room. So at the time, I'm trying to make up an excuse to get to the washing machine room and the dryer and everything. So to say I got to pick up my work clothes and everything, But at the same time, I'm really trying to find my shoes, I'm trying to find the apartment. I cannot find this apartment, you feel me, where I left my shoes at, So then I go outside and I go down the stairs. And then I look up like, oh, I'm right under the room that I'm supposed to be under. You feel me? That I'm supposed to go to. So I'm like, it's right here. So why am I right here? Why was I in there? So at the end of the day, I'm trying to go upstairs, but I get drifted downstairs to the first base floor, like the bottom of the floor, And I'm like, dang, why I keep getting down here? Like, I'm trying to go up there. Like, I'm trying to get to that top room to get my shoes back, And I couldn't get my shoes back. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I'll try to get my shoes back. And when I try to get my shoes back, I guess, Salakia, somebody just came out, but I guess I keep popping up downstairs, and I'm like, dang, how am I in this lobby? In the lobby, it was like very, like, how can I say, it was like dirty, like not like dirty, but it was like wickedry. Like, people come through the lobby, wicked Jakes, you feel me, like wicked heathen Edomites, all this and stuff. And I'm just walking, and out of nowhere, one of the dudes, Peter Pierre, he walk up and he come downstairs with his phone like, oh, what's up, baby? What you on? I'm like, I gotta go to work. I'm looking for my clothes. I'm about to go to the wash house and stuff and get my clothes and get them out the dryer so I go to work to Sonic. I gotta be there by 7 o'clock. It's like the afternoon, like 2, 3, And then after him, his homies was coming behind and they all circled me and stuff, like, yeah, still talking to him to like trying to influence him or put this spirit or temptation on him to tell him that, yeah, come on, join the gang, this, and that. And I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta get my clothes. I gotta go to work. So at the end of the day, I'm still trying to go to work. I'm really trying to get my shoes, though. I'm really making up an excuse to get my shoes, to find this room to get my shoes. So then I step outside to, like, the parking lot. But mind you this, while I was in the lobby, it was weird because it was glass on the floor, but at the end of the day, I'm barefooted, you know, and I don't like showing my feet off and stuff, so I'm really trying to cover my feet, but me not knowing that they can't even see my feet. I can see my feet, but they can't see my feet. I have no shoes on, but to them, I'm guessing they think I got shoes on, or they can't just see my feet. They're just blind to the fact they can't see my feet. So at the end of the day, they keep tempting me to do all this stuff, like, you feel me? And then it all seemed like it was weird because at the end of the day, I kept saying no, like, no, I'm good. And I left them and I went outside to the parking lot to look, you know? And when I looked up at the top. I'm like, okay, there go the room right there. There go the room. So I look, I'm like, all right, I'm in the parking lot. I scouted it out. I saw the blueprint, mapped it out. Okay, I need to get there. I need to head there. So I go up the stairs, and every time I go up the stairs, I get to the top. It's like a fifth floor. And I can't get there. I can't get to the fifth floor. It's like the most highest part, and it's crazy. I couldn't get to the fifth floor. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying to get there so I can cover my feet from everybody seeing my feet. I don't want nobody seeing my feet and be like, oh, bro, like look at your feet, this and that, because I don't have the best feet, you know. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to cover my feet up, you know, and feel good, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm wondering, like, I start wondering, like, okay, why I can't get to this room? You know, I'm right here at the bottom, but every time I go to the elevator, I only get to this fourth floor, and I can't get to the top. I'm just right here at this fourth floor. So then, after a minute, I just stop, and I'm looking like, why does it cut off? There ain't no stairs, no elevator there. You know, I can't get there. I couldn't get there until, like, it was crazy. Out of nowhere, I just noticed, like, they can't even see my feet, but I can see my feet. Like, it was just weird. Like, they can't see my feet, but I can see my feet. And they just walking up like it's just normal. Like, all my friends I know, they just walking up like, hey, Pepe, hey, this and that, this and that, and this and that. And I'm like, okay. Like, you know, just rambling off. They just talking to me. And I'm just looking at them like, y'all don't see my feet? Like, I'm the only one that see my feet? And it was weird, you know? But spiritually, I can understand, like, they can't see my feet. This was a mystery. Like so I can see my feet, but they can't see. And it got to me to notice that, you feel, everything that we doing, we in this truth, yeah, you know, call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, you know. And I was like, okay, so basically, how I'm doing in my life, it just referred when I got out of the dream. I woke up, my brother was like, oh, we got to go out. We about to go to the highways and byways. So I woke up like at 10 o'clock, 10:40, 10:50, something. I'm getting dressed, about to head to the highways and byways and going to preach to my brother, you know, and warn the sheep and give him the warning, tell him, you know, do the works of the Most High, you know, labor and be a servant of the Most High. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, all praises and glory and power to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You feel me? To the kingdom of heaven. You feel me? The Lord, you feel me? The spirit, you know, which is Yahawah, you feel me? He is, I am, I exist, you know. And Yahawashi, which he is the deliverance for salvation. So at the end of the day, I'm about to go do that, but I wake up and I'm like, bruh, I told my brother about the dream, and I'm like, it make it seem like I understood it at the end of when I woke up, and I was like, so basically, I did not go by any temptation, because right now we're in the hour of temptation, right? So all these vaccinations and all these the 19 and everything they pushing out, in this lockdown, this shutdown, this temptation that everybody about to have to, Jake gonna take the $1,500 to get the vaccine and everything, you know. I'm wondering why I'm having all these temptations come to me, and they trying to, you know, commit me to do adultery or do drugs and do things I don't do anymore, that the Most High done pulled me from and pulled me away from. So at the end of the day, I'm wondering why these things is going on. And when I seen the things that was going on, I'm like, okay, I understood it when I was up with my brother. I'm like, so that was the hour of temptation. And what are we in right now? The hour of temptation. So I'm like, that's crazy, you know? And at the end of the day, they couldn't see my feet. And I'm like, so the mysteries is only for me to know and not for them, you know? So like they say, you know, Matthew 13, verse 10, you know? Like when the disciples came to Yahawashi and asked him, why do you speak to them in parables? He says, for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them it's not. It's not for them to even know. You feel me? It's not for them to know. So when I knew that, you feel me, that's when I knew I was in the hour of the temptation, you know, in my dream. And the mysteries of that I know, it wasn't for them to know, you know. And then it was just a crazy dream, edifying, very, very edifying dream, you know. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, I couldn't get it. But when I got it and I woke up, I understood what the dream meant and what time it was that I was in the dream, and it felt like 1 hour all that was going on. And then I woke up, and my brother woke me up, and I went to go prophesy and do the work of the Lord. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. All there to my Akims. You feel me? That's scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. That's diligently doing the truth and doing the works for the Most High. We all hoping to be the hopeful elect, to be beamed up and saved and get our salvation from Yahawashi, which is He is coming down through Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You feel me? Which is the Son, the only begotten Son of Yahawah, and to give us our salvation, and hopefully we do the work diligently and still seeking Him, because we're all, like King Yahawah the Maccabee say, I'm still a servant, I'm a laborer, I'm not the best, I'm not at the top, I'm still doing this work, hoping that He has mercy and grace on us for us to be beamed up and get and go, So at the end of the day, I'm just like, I just thought about it, and that's what I came to the conclusion, and I gave this title to my dream was the hour of temptation, and right now that's what it is. So I just want to just say this was a very edifying. I hope it was an edifying dream to y'all, and it was very edifying to me. And I just want to say, give all praises and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash, and the only begotten Son, which is Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. And I hope you guys, have a blessed night, and it was very edifying. And shalom to my brothers, my Akim and Aquaps that's diligently seeking the truth, Salakia, and have a blessed night. And I'm gonna log off.